get you to change your teaching methods. Like, that's like a pretty, like, dehumanizing thing to say, because you're not even talking then to the professor. You're just like, you're talking at the professor, hoping the students like stir up resentment against the professor.
Oh yeah, okay, so we can address that thing now, even though I was unfinished, but it's whatever. In this specific conversation, I'm not talking to your audience. If I was, I would be looking at chat or whatever. Well, that's not true. I wouldn't look at chat either way. Your chat doesn't like me. But I came to talk to you because I need to know what you think.
Yeah, but you're not talking to me for the purposes of having a back and forth conversation about my behavior. You're talking to me in order to become more rhetorically effective at my audience.
Which is what your audience asks me to do when I critique you.
Yeah, but I would hope that if there is an issue or something related to me, you could just talk to me about it instead of saying like, I'm not going to change your mind. I'm just going to get your audience like to hate you.
Okay, so now I'm going to make my second point.
Okay.
I have talked to you several times about issues that I have had with you. I have seen that I have asked you questions in those instances about what you think and what you want to do. It has become clear to me that my criticisms are that I don't have a way to make the novel critiques that you need to be made, or that I have the rhetorical tools to convince you of that. Therefore, I see you as an adult who has agency and ability to make their own decisions. So, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life treating you like a baby, trying to convince you of things that you have clearly stated you are either disinterested in or am not going to change your mind about unless I have a certain argument that I can't make.
Okay.
So
what do you think
Well, handsome
my
man.
action is from there? If that's what you truly believe, what do you think I should do from that point?
From where?
From what you just said. What should I do if what you just told me is your genuine feelings?
I don't understand.
Like, how should I treat you? How should I engage with you?
You can engage with me how
I know I can, but I'm asking, what do you think is the most reasonable action for me to take? Course of action.
If you don't agree with my critiques.
Yeah.
Most reasonable. Most reasonable would depend on who you are as a person, and I don't know who you are as a person.
Okay.
Answer the question.
99% of people, the most reasonable thing would be to just permaban you from my server and never talk to you again, right? Because you're saying that like I'm beyond reach to you. You've made good arguments. Apparently, there's no way you can be wrong. I must be incorrect. So now your next phase is to create anti-fans. You're trying to learn my arguments as good as possible to get my fans to be upset with the things that I'm saying, so that you can slowly get them to be convinced that my positions are incorrect. So like, why would I ever engage with you at that point? That's like what 99% of people feel like. Why would I ever have an engagement with a person whose only goal is to learn my arguments better, to turn my audience against me?
Okay. Do you think I can never be wrong?
It's kind of the way that you're speaking is, yeah.
Okay, so when you and I have had back and forth, like today's back and forth about like the orbiter thing, or like the retaliation thing, you don't think you could have convinced me otherwise?
It doesn't sound like it. No, it doesn't sound like you're open to being convinced on any of this stuff. I don't even think we've had like a formal debate on like orbiter sex, but it seems like you already think that I'm like completely wrong about that and can never be persuaded away. So, and then the way that you speak about like, oh well, I can't reach you, so I'm gonna talk about, yeah, the way that you speak, it makes it sound like, yeah, you can't have a conversation with me, like it's over.
Okay, so maybe I am not making myself clear.
Okay, I think you were pretty clear, but.
No, because like you keep saying that I'm trying to turn your fans against you, and you're saying it as if it's like a bad thing, even though you said it's fine if you disagree with someone.
I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. Don't normatively load my words. I'm just saying that's what it is. It's a bad thing from my perspective, of course, but it's not like necessarily wrong. Like I said, I do it to other people that I would disagree with, right?
No, but if you then say it's dehumanizing to you, then
it's okay to be a little dehumanizing. I'm a little bit dehumanizing towards Nick. I don't treat him like, yeah, fuck, Jesus. I completely disagree with a lot of the things that he says. And I'm using him to some extent as a means to an end to like change the way that our audiences like view our perspectives.
The amount of scanned texts and emails and shit I've been receiving lately is crazy.
I think that my way of influencing you is very limited. I've spoken to you about certain issues, and I do not have the rhetorical tools to change your mind about those issues. I also feel like you have very little, like business-wise reasons to come around on those issues.
Maybe you're just wrong on those issues, and I'm not. Is that possible?
Okay, of course it's possible.
Okay, but then why would you think that like I'm trying to think, like there's things that I disagree with you a lot on. But I would never think like I need to go to your community and I need to get Katie's fans to understand how fucking wrong she is on this particular topic until they start badgering her about it.
When did I go to your community?
Right now. You're not here to talk to me. You're here to learn how to talk to my community. That's what you said.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when I said we are not friends, so you will not have a private conversation with me? So the only way I can speak to you is to come to you like this.
Why? I don't know what you, I mean, it's possible to have a private conversation. I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay. Would you like to have the rest of this conversation privately?
If you want to, yeah. We just have to figure out a time, but yeah.
Okay, then I'd love to do that. I didn't know I had an avenue to vent out my personal critiques of you privately. That seemed like not something that am I an orbiter? Like anti-fans or butterflies can do. I am happy to hear that I have that avenue. If you want to ban me off your platform, that is fair too. I did not come here, however, to talk to your audience. As I've made it very clear, your audience is not very receptive to me. I came here to talk to you. And if you and I disagree and you don't think that I'm right and I don't think that you're right, then we go from there. That is what I said.
Okay. I mean, I heard you say that you came here to learn more effective arguments to use against me when my audience is like,
because that's what I do.
I understand what you're saying. I would say I don't know how many people you communicate with in general. I would take some responsibility, I guess, for setting the expectations for how people deal with me. But I think that the overall tone of this has been pretty disrespectful, has been like hyper accusatory, and has been like relatively dehumanizing in the admission that nothing you say is ever going to change my mind. So your goal is to just argue with my orbiters. But I know that I've kind of like set the standard that it's okay to talk to me that way, and I'll just be chill with it. But I think that most people would interpret this as like I said before, if you had laid out those clear goals of like, I can't change your mind, but I can get your audience to get like resentful over things, which I guess we're disagreeing that you said that, but I think that most people say like, oh, okay, well, I'm never going to talk to you because you're not even interested in having a conversation with me. You're just trying to turn my audience against me. But
so
get him, buddy. We believe in you. What a quality clip. God damn it. New project. I'm uncomfortable. Game's hard. Gets headshot by. Headshot by. Scab. Sort it out.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there will be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There will be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
It's already so good. Jesus Christ. That guy fucked me. Jesus Christ. You went straight down, my dude. Dude.
Oh my god.
He head eyes me, dude, with his shotgun.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I hate to see it, to be honest with you.
My god, that was funny though. I'm
Yeah,
starting to think making him go up first wasn't the... Fuck, was that bit still in there?
Sort it out.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first. What's some subtitles on here? Here, because I... The fuck? I don't know if green's gonna show up, but green's the color of Sherpa. It'd be cool to put on there, but we're walking on green. Fuck, it's not even doing anything to it. That's gonna be too big, hey? 60? 65? 70? 70 looks okay.
Sort it out. Sort it out.
Okay, I'm gonna... I see fuck all of that.
Sort it out.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, I'm gonna let you... Okay, I'm gonna let you... Okay, I'm gonna... I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you... I'm gonna let you... I'm gonna let you go. 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 You go first. First here. First here. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Okay, I'm gonna let you go first. Let you go first here. Because odds are... Because... odds are there'll be odds are there'll be like odds are there'll be like okay, I'm gonna let you go first here because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3. First here because odds are that okay, I'm gonna let you go first here because
God damn it, what the fuck?
okay, I'm gonna let you go first here because okay, I'm gonna let you go first here. Okay, I'm gonna let you go first. Okay, I'm gonna let you go first here. Go first here. First here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scouts. There'll be like like 2 or 3 scouts up here. 2 or 3 scouts. 2 or 3 scouts up. 2 or 3 scouts up here. 3 scouts up here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go up first here because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scouts up here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first. Here because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scouts up here.
Yeah. Get him. Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one under. There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us. There'll be one. There'll be one underneath. There'll be one underneath that. That's.
There will. They'll. What?
There'll be one.
They'll be. There will be. There will be.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us. Like that thing right in. Thing right in front of us. There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us. There'll be one underneath that thing. There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us. One underneath that thing right in front of us. There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be. And there'll be. And there'll be. About a car. three scabs up here.
Yeah. Get him, buddy.
Just get so cleaned up.
There will be.
We believe in you. Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you. Yeah. Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There.
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you. Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There will be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be two of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Get him, buddy.
It's up here.
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There will be.
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you. We believe in you. We believe in you. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All games can. How is color? Light blue?
Yeah. Get him. Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where did he go?
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
I don't know how many people you communicate with in general. I will take some responsibility, I guess, for setting the expectations for how people deal with me. But I think that the overall tone of this has been pretty disrespectful, has been like hyper accusatory, and has been like relatively dehumanizing in the admission that nothing you say is ever going to change my mind, so your goal is to just argue with my orbiters. But I know that I've kind of like set the standard that it's okay to talk to me that way, and I'll just be chill with it. But I think that most people would interpret this as like I said before, if you had laid out those clear goals of like, I can't change your mind, but I can get your audience to get like resentful over things, which I guess we're disagreeing that you said that, but I think that most people say, like, oh, okay, well, I'm never going to talk to you because you're not even interested in having a conversation with me. You're just trying to turn my audience against me. But
so, and maybe I'm going to say this again, and you just tell me if it means nothing to you.
Okay.
But I said that I came here to talk to you, to hear your thoughts and opinions about things.
But not so you could change my mind, so that you could get my audience's mind changed.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think that if we had talked and I've gotten your thoughts and opinions on things, and I didn't just ask you questions, I also told you what I think, right? I levied critiques, correct? So I didn't hold my cards. I didn't hide them.
I'm not saying you did.
Gave you.
You're missing. I don't understand.
Wait. No, please. So you think that if you had reacted to my critiques in a way that I was like, oh, I think he sees my point, maybe I can make a difference here. You think that I wouldn't care about that?
I think that you're upset that I don't agree with your points. So, but you think you're really correct on them. So now you need to go the next step and get my audience to agree with them to make me understand why I'm wrong. That's what it feels like, what you said.
Where's my fucking head is?
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be up here.
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be...
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be...
Invisible?
And there'll be two of them about a car.
I got.
And there'll be two of them about a car.
That's fucked up. What the fuck? That's so fucked up. Oops. Oh, I see.
And there'll be two of them about a car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
Two of them about a car. Two of them about a car.
I got.
And there'll be two of them about a car.
I got.
There'll be two of them about a car. About a car. Two of them. And there'll be two of them about a car.
I got.
What the fuck is happening here? I see you.
Okay.
there'll be two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
One of us, and there'll be two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
And there'll be two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
Be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be two of them by the car.
So loud.
And there'll be two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first.
What's happening? Come on.
I'm gonna let you go up first.
Come here, pro. Put this shit out. Let me in. Let me do my shit.
Because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scavs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
Jesus
eyes check?
Christ. You went straight down, my dude.
Dude.
Oh my
Danielle-
god.
He head eyes me, dude, with his shotgun.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I hate to see it, to be honest with you.
My god, that was funny though.
I'm
Yeah,
starting to
actually.
think making him go up first wasn't the two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
Jesus
eyes check?
Christ. You went straight down, my dude.
And there'll be two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus. Jesus.
I got headshot.
Two of them by the car. And there'll be and there'll be two of them by the car.
I got
And there'll be sort of about a car. Car.
Make that noise louder.
Car.
I got
Car.
I
Car. Car. About a car.
I
Sort of about a car. About a car. Be sort of about a car. Sort of about a car. And there'll be
It's hard to fucking edit this.
and there'll be sort of about a car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
Car. Of us, and there'll be sort of about a car. And there'll be sort of about a
I didn't really scaling up. A popping in bit.
sort of sort of sort of sort of sort of about a car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ. This comes there.
We sort of about a car.
Basically put it like misdirection. Just come from a little lower. They move around with the buttons. Sort of about a car. Car. Sort of about a 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 So you getting shot in the face.
car. Sort of about. And there'll be sort of about a car.
The noise.
Sort of about a car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
What's that? That's head eyes. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. Does that look right?
There'll be like 2. There'll be like.
Good swap. Could make that a little bit longer. Might look better.
First here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There will be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
Jesus Christ. You went straight down, my dude. Worth?
Dude.
Oh my god.
Is
it worth keeping any of this after chat?
Oh my
god. Oh my god.
I hate to see it, to be honest with you.
My god, that was funny though.
I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the...
I like that bit. You went straight down, my dude. I think let's cut the rest of the chat out, hey?
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
Two of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked.
I don't see this guy. You went straight. Really shits me how I can't click on those little buttons sometimes.
That guy.
I don't know, I just saw him real quick.
Fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the...
I gotta have the footage of that bit. Wasn't the... What we'll do here... Get a fade out happening. Down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first.
You went straight down, my dude.
Yeah. That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think...
You went straight down, my dude.
That guy.
I can see him. Just like such bad quality because it's from stream. Down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first.
Go back. You can listen to Destiny while I go away.
No, that is true. Yes, I don't think I have nearly enough influence on you as people in your audience. I do think that you are used to being treated a certain way. I don't necessarily think that people from your community are going to leave, and I don't necessarily think they should leave. I just want people to not defend things that shouldn't be defended, even things that you're saying that shouldn't be defended. And that's like, maybe that's a fanaticism issue in your community and it's a small portion. Maybe that's just the portion I'm being exposed to. But when I know that there are things that you've taken full responsibility for, and then I need to argue with people about whether it was actually justified or not, I'm like, okay, well...
Cringe!
First wasn't the...
Dude.
Yeah.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think...
Is my name Floor Beans, or is it all one word? No. They're not there, dude. I didn't see shit. What the fuck? I don't have the... I'm such a dumb bitch.
I'm starting to think making. I'm starting to think.
What the fuck? What angle does it start on the start? 386. 386. Dude.
I'm starting to think making. I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think making.
Goes from what, 40?
I'm starting to think making him. I'm starting to think.
I'll make it so it's coming up behind the truck.
I'm starting to think making him go up.
Dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up.
There is no talk, my friend. It's down. You knew that. You'd know that if you're a real gamer. Straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him.
Dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up.
Hmm.
trying to think making him
Oh, so loud.
making him go up first wasn't making him go up first wasn't the okay, I'm gonna making him
Too loud. Whoa, that's good. Be quiet.
making him go up first wasn't the 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 I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the
Dumb.
I'm starting to think
I have a sound effect for that. Maybe a swish or a swoosh.
I'm starting to think making I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the okay, I'm gonna I'm starting to think making him go up making him go up first wasn't the
I got headshot. I got
by the car.
I got headshot. I got
Car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me. Fucked me. Headshot.
We believe in you.
There will be one
I got I got headshot. I got I got headshot. I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight. Straight down, my dude. My dude. You went straight down, my dude. You went straight down, my dude. You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the. Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scavs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the. Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are they'll.
Why should I be too quiet? That sounds pretty.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scavs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
I got headshot.
Choose striking music?
Be 2 over by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the. Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scavs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think
Straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the. Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scavs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
I got
2 over by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus. I want to be too quiet after I've exported it, because my sound's at 60. Find out.
because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think making him go up first wasn't the...
Let's probably have like 6 pints. 2 cars.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because...
Might be worth the main channel.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like...
Maybe it's worth making to a TikTok? Christ.
That guy fucked me.
Christ. You went straight down, my dude.
And there'll be 2 of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ. You went straight down, my dude.
I'm starting to think...
What of all that?
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are they'll...
$549.61.70. 540. 960. 540. Was that right? 960, 540. Okay. 960. 540. 178.
And there'll be 2 of them by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight.
Yeah, that guy fucked. Okay. That guy fucked me.
You went straight. Straight down, my dude.
Okay, I'm gonna...
I don't know how to explain this to someone. Here, Destiny said this, Destiny said that. So, I apologize that you feel dehumanized, that I want to know what you actually think about things, and not the version.
Okay, wait. Do you understand that, like, you didn't just apologize, right? I can't tell if you're Mimi or not. You know that was, like, a backhanded, like... What you just said essentially was like, I'm sorry you're so fucking retarded. Like, I'm sorry that you didn't realize that I was coming here to get it from the source. That is exactly what you just said. Do you not realize it?
I think that you assume that I talk and like engage with people the way you're used to engage with people, and that's
I'm going by super basic social norms. Okay, this is gonna sound like an insult. I don't mean to, but are you autistic?
I'm not diagnosed.
Okay, because I can evaluate your statements a lot differently, but I don't know if you understand all the times like the super heavy implications behind a lot of the things you say.
Probably don't. I wish I had like an autism diagnosis. I haven't managed to get one throughout the years. Gonna try again. We'll have to see. But
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know that I guess without you knowing me personally, you might have certain things that you think I'm saying. So without knowing my personality, it would be hard for you to assume otherwise.
Sure, but I'm just saying that like if I say something like I'm sorry that you're so upset that I'm doing something that's like obviously good, that sentence structure, like autism or not, the sentence structure implies like an insult, right? Like I'm sorry that I was just doing something to like save your life, right? Like that implies.
Okay, let me. So. It was backhanded. I wasn't meant to insult you.
Well, if it's backhanded, it is an insult, right? That's the whole point, right?
Okay, then it wasn't backhanded. Okay. I said it that way because I'm very frustrated.
Yeah, so you did an insult. I get frustrated, I insult people too.
No.
So
oh
you
my
did
God.
an insult.
I was not insulting you. I was frustrated that this did.
What a clown fucking fiesta that is.
I'm gonna let you go. Odds are there'll be like. Odds are there'll be like. Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us. And there'll We sort of about a car. Sort of about sort of sort of about a car. Sort of about a car.
I got. I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be sort of about a car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
did not go the way I wanted, and I hurt your feelings, and I'm saying I'm sorry that what I thought was an act of respect and me trying to properly engage with you is being perceived in that way. And maybe, probably, I shouldn't have said I'm sorry, because that's not an apology to you. That's just how I talk. You can critique me for that. But I don't have a need to insult you. I don't insult you.
Okay.
That is not who I am.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you felt that I made you feel the way that you did.
It's all good, dude. Just...
No, it's not, right?
Okay.
And that really sucks, and that wasn't my intention. And yeah, hopefully we can have a private conversation about it. I'll DM you. And if you feel really disrespected, you can absolutely like ban me and not talk to me anymore. That's fine too.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you for giving me the time.
No problem. Have fun, be careful, okay? Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Dehumanized. I've been thinking about it, and I feel like people have a fixation of, I don't know, trying to make sure you understand emotions from like a first person point of view. Do you ever feel like that?
People try to make sure I understand emotion. Wait, what? Say that again?
Okay, I feel like you can do a thing where you explain how other people are feeling. Because you take in a lot of stories, but I don't think you ever properly explain your own emotions in a situation.
A little bit, kind of. So here's a problem. So here's the problem, okay? And this is just a mistake that I make, and it's advice that I give that I don't follow. This is advice that is highly applicable to all interpersonal relationships and professional relationships and public relationships. Setting boundaries is really important, and when you fail to do that, not only do you fuck yourself over, but you make the people around you very confused as well. And I think I've probably done a poor job at explaining that, like, hey, you probably shouldn't treat me like this, because like it's not like an effective means of communicating with me or my audience or getting anything that you want to get done. And I've done a poor job of that, so I probably set expectations to people that you can just come in and say some like really wacky and wild shit and it'll be okay. And then I'm personally taking notes of like, well, this is dumb, this is dumb, this is dumb. And then eventually things will blow up publicly. And then my audience will say, oh, well, I don't know what happened. And then I'll kind of be like, well, this is kind of weird. And then they'll be like, I don't know what happened. But in reality, there's been like things building up over time. But I said that like after Brittany, I would start like calling out more when I see this stuff. So now I'm doing it. So like with Katie, like if she would have gone into any other stream and made that statement, like I don't think I can communicate with you, but I think I can get your audience to like be against you. That's like a wild thing to say. Most people would be like, okay, well, now I'm going to ban you from everything because you're like trying to start an anti-fan community within my community. And I think people don't realize sometimes, at least when they communicate with me, how wild the things they say are. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I also really liked that she said she didn't want to continue having the conversation because she was uncomfortable with me.
Yeah, that was
like
good.
Being there. Because that gives it the opportunity for me to leave. And instead of her later going on and being like, I got dog biled.
Sure.
As if you can't like communicate that in the moment.
Yeah,
I thought that was really good.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you do from here if you know that conversation is like, if that's her goal? I think you said that you guys are gonna just like talk in private.
I mean, if I truly feel that way about somebody, then I'll probably just eventually ban them or stop communicating with them, or I'll just continue to, like I said, I'm a big on like this cringe shit. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. As long as I'm very open about everything that's going on, then I'm okay, so that at least people know what's happening. So like if that is her goal, then I'll just remind people when they come in. Here's Katie, who's trying to turn my audience against me. Like, let's hear her out. But I'll be like very open about that going on instead of just keeping it to myself.
And do you take her to be like 5-head? Because I don't. No. I take her to be like very not prepared, not to like in the moment in the conversation, it tends to loop. So I do think it's like a slip up to just like actually come out and say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's being like evil or malicious. I think she's being like very honest. Yeah,
I agree.
But I think it's like, it's just a little bit fucked up. Like that's, I don't want to say autistic, but it's kind of like, how do you not realize that when you say something like that, how somebody would interpret that? You know? Wait, give me 1 second. Somebody linked a clip, I think, of her. Let me just... What is this? 46 seconds. Hold on.
Feel guilty about. For example...
Why is it so fucking quiet?
I've had a few relationships where...
Guys. Okay, sorry. Oh, and I can't use my volume thing. All right, well, turn your volume up and then get triggered when I scream, because I can't fucking hear this clip. Okay, here we go.
Thing to feel guilty about. For example, I've had a few relationships where I've either told my partner that I don't love them as much as I've loved other partners of mine. Or that I've told someone that we were flirty or whatever. I told them, look, I'm fine if you're having like a crush on me or whatever, but you should know that I'm not planning on falling in love ever. So if that's an expectation and a need that you have from a partner, I can't give that to you. If you're fine with me not being in love with you, then we can be a couple. You just need to understand that I'm not in love with you. And thing to feel guilty about.
Okay, one of these things was really autistic, one of these things is okay. But, alright, sorry. Okay, go for it.
I don't get what you watched.
For the first one, apparently she's told partners, I don't love you as much as I've loved other partners, which is probably something you should never say to a significant other ever, unless you're trying to end the relationship. And then the other thing was, she'll tell hookups like, I'm not looking for something serious, which is... I'm back, baby! The second one is fine.
And I'm here to fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scavs up here.
Yeah.
Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
Oh, I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude. Bum 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 bum. The fuck, dude? The video did so well when I uploaded it, now I'm getting nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scavs up
Handsome
here.
boy. Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
Oh, I got headshot.
Yeah, fucking flicked on game is hard, bro. You went straight down, my dude.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first.
Her to be malicious. I don't know whatever you take her for. I don't really fucking care. But what do you do moving forward? Because obviously people aren't just gonna come right out and be like, "Hello, Destiny. I am here."
Looking 15.1% of frames.
Because I don't think I can ever move you.
Like, what am I gonna do with what?
People who aren't just gonna, I don't know, be retarded and come right out and say that that's what they're doing.
I mean, like I said, if I feel like people are acting in ways that are probably not good for me, I'm probably just gonna, I'll be more forward about it from now on. Like, they don't have to explicitly say that, I don't think. Like, I can ask questions to tease that out. That's kind of what happened with her, is I asked questions like, well, do you think you can convince me of anything different? And she's like, no. Like,
yeah,
okay.
But didn't she just, like, flat out fucking say it? And that's how you know?
Well, but yeah, but it's because I asked the questions to get there. Like, what is the goal of your conversation here? Are you trying to change my mind? And then she was like, no. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that's my pick straight.
I don't know.
Is that not what happened? Is that not how we got there?
No, that's how you got there, but you got there because she's not that, like, bright.
Well,
so she's gonna just tell you that. Like,
yeah,
why,
but I don't
somebody
think...
who's actually calculate, like, why would they tell you that?
Well,
why
but I don't think because
it's
not about being smart or not. I think she could lie about that if she wanted to. It's probably just that she doesn't think she's acting like maliciously. Oh my god, I missed a thing.
Okay.
Wow, okay. Oh, Rodney's. What did I miss? It's a thing. It's a 10-point Empire points.
You, my little DGG scion, are going to make me make good critique of Destiny, so I can prove to you that you don't actually give a fuck. Okay?
Damn, okay. What do you do for cardio? Bro, I'm pretty sure if you do like squats and deadlifts, I think you'll get decent cardio. I'm gonna be honest, okay? There have been a couple times the past couple weeks where I've had to run farther than I was expecting to or climb a bunch of stairs or whatever, and I was shocked, okay? My cardio got way better. Lift big, put those big reps up, and your cardio will improve. Don't run. That's for losers. Definitely don't do the elliptical. That's for losers. And don't swim unless you're gay, because that's for losers. What are you squatting right now? Listen. Today was 180 by 5, and it was not a Destiny 180 low bar. It's high bar, okay? The worst types, the most disgusting types of Gojo approved squats, okay? Or high bar squatting. 45 pounds to go to my 225, and then I'm done ever progressing on that lift. Ever, okay?
Okay, about your gym stuff. Little known man.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah. Get him, buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Yeah.
Buddy. We believe in you.
There'll be one underneath that thing right in front of us, and there'll be 2 over by the car.
I got headshot.
Jesus Christ.
That guy fucked me.
You went straight down, my dude.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like...
Good enough, huh? It's not great. Cracked 100k views on my YouTube channel. Nice.
because fuck that bull. Talon's got to do all sorts of cardio, then he's gonna be too fucking tired of doing it.
Blue vulva? Thing? Give me blue bolt. Give me blue vulva. That's weird.
I know it's April 1st, but I'm not fooling. The title is not a joke. I talked to Sneeko. And I gotta be honest, I had butterflies in my tummy. I was more excited to talk to him than I would be to talk to Santa Claus. Now, I know this will be coming as a shock to a lot of you, a bit of a jump scare, so I hope you're sitting down so it doesn't knock you off your feet. Sneeko and I have not been on the best of terms recently. We've tried our best to keep it a secret and handle it behind closed doors, but unfortunately, it's bled into the public eye, and you know what? By golly, I'll say it with my whole chest for all to hear. We just haven't liked each other. We haven't seen eye to eye on many things, so our internet beef has become this fine Wagyu steak. It's been this very tasty, juicy bit of drama between the two of us, and today it finally boiled over and we had a conversation. And I want to show you some clips from it. He actually asked me to record, so don't think that this was some kind of one-party consent thing where I pulled the wool over his eyes and pulled his fucking pants down to surprise him with a recording. He had actually asked me to, and I want to show you how this went, because it was actually a very interesting conversation we had. I want to tell you how we got there. It's because last night I noticed Sneeko was raving about cuties on Twitter yet again, talking about how much he loves it and how he'll always defend it, but then said that I wouldn't debate him on it. And this little nugget of cringe had me scratching the hair on my chin, confused. I wouldn't debate you on it. I would actually love to hear your side of things on how you could possibly excuse the blatant sexualization of the child actresses in the film. Now, I'm not a debater. I actually am not a fan of debates in general. I prefer just general conversations as opposed to these like gotcha and leading questions and traps and shit. I think that's not very conducive to actual understanding of different sides of arguments. So I don't debate, but I was very willing to have this conversation with Sneeko, and I reached out to talk to him, and he was more than willing to talk about it. So we did. We talked about cuties and even talked about all of our general grievances with each other. And this was a very different side of Sneeko. I went into this expecting him to be his standard, unhinged, like very animated, cartoonish self that I see in all of his content on Twitter and Rumble, where he's doing these like temper tantrums and like throwing his ass in a circle and going wild, hog wild. But here, this was a very laid back, very calm and collected Sneeko who was actually more than willing to concede on some of his points as well as see different sides of situations. And I didn't expect that. And I'm very appreciative of that pleasant surprise as well, because I went into this with pretty low expectations, but after finishing our talk, I'm actually pretty curious to see where Sneeko goes next, because like I mentioned, there are some things that he just fully admitted, like maybe he was guilty of doing similar things that he criticized others for, and that he was going to be repurposing his message and changing things around to make it more conducive to positivity. So overall, the whole conversation went in a totally different direction than I expected. Of course, he's still very passionate about some things, and we still fought on quite a few things, and the reality is there's just a lot of things that I don't see eye to eye to him on with some of the things he talks about. But overall, I really walked away with a very different impression of Sneeko from this. Now, I know I'm blue-balling you here, but one more thing that I think is important to mention, he has said that he's wanted to debate me over the last 2 weeks here. He even made this big hullabaloo on Twitter about how I ducked a debate with him on Aiden Ross' stream. Even though he had not replied to any of my DMs at that point, there was no debate scheduled between him and I. So that was just a blatant lie. I think he was just joking around about it and it missed the mark because people actually thought that I was avoiding him. But he's not wrong in the fact that I really didn't want to have a conversation with him over the last 2 weeks because all of it was extremely geared towards hurt feelings. At least that's how I interpreted a lot of his statements. It seemed to focus more on me saying, "P.U., you stink," and him taking it as, he's canceling me, canceling me. There's not a whole lot of productive conversation that can come from that with me just explaining over and over again that I'm just insulting you, and that's the simple brass tacks of it. But over the last 48 hours, it really does feel like he's had this come to Jesus moment where he's recognized that I was never canceling him. I was making fun of him. He even issued an apology about bringing up my girlfriend and stuff like that, and has recognized that he has been off the mark on a lot of things recently as well. He also, apologized for being a cuck, which was a wild thing. He talked about how cuckoldry was a mistake. So it looks like he was never okay with it, even though for a time he did say everyone should try it. It looks like he's changed his perspective on that and now looks back on it with a lot of regret, which isn't surprising since those insults were not some of his favorite to keep hearing. So that's not really a discussion we had. I think and have always said, whatever happens between consenting adults in the bedroom is fine. As long as no one's getting fucking hurt, there's no, victims, it's consenting adults, you're good to do whatever makes you happiest. The reason I always talked about the cuckoldry is, one, because fucking hilarious that a lot of his beliefs now go very much against his past of being open to watching his girl get fucked in front of him by multiple men on a couple occasions. And two, it was illustrating a bit of ridiculousness with him being the moral authority on healthy relationships when he himself was in a very confusing one that he wasn't proud of, yet still preaching that people should do it anyway. That was the whole point behind it. I wasn't trying to kink shame like a lot of people started accusing me of. If you want to be a cuckold, then be a proud one and be okay with it and comfortable in your own skin about it. So, it has seemed like he's been more receptive to real talk, and that's what we had. So let me go ahead and show you now. The first thing we talked about was cuties.
This discussion with you about cuties since I dropped that video back in 2020.
How time flies, man. Well, better late than never.
So, have you seen the movie?
Yeah, so you mentioned you saw my video, so you know I didn't finish the movie. I physically couldn't. I found it just to be completely repulsive.
Haven't you seen a lot of other movies that have repulsed you before? I watch horror movies. I watch movies that are provocative quite a bit.
Yeah, but this is something I feel isn't being recognized. There's a difference between being repulsed by fiction, which is like horror movies, that's not real, and being repulsed because there's real children doing sexual things. You can't fake that.
It's goes on for an hour and 14 minutes? God, that's a lot of fucking Charlie and Sneaker. Got 8.4 million views, this fucking video. Number 1 on trending for gaming. I cannot 2 days ago. Holy fuck. I must be raking it in. Must be breaking it in, dude.
Actresses were 11 to 13 years old. They were twerking. There was some very gross scenes in there, and the cameras would zoom in on their chest and their ass and their crotch. That's a very different kind of repulsed.
That's what we agree on. I don't agree that those scenes are good. I don't agree with the sexualization of children. I defend the movie because I defend the morality of the movie. And I think that most people that were disgusted have seen those clips. or didn't watch the whole movie like you. So that movie was taken out of context quite a bit. People don't really see the moral of the movie, which was defending Islamic values and also pointing out the very real problem that young girls have going on social media and doing these dances. I agree that it's disgusting. I agree that those scenes are repulsive, but I think you could be repulsed by TikTok and pretty much what young girls are doing on social media every single day as well.
I don't know if that movie's defending Islamic values.
Should also be outraged at everything that girls are doing now on Instagram, TikTok, and all these apps.
Well, see, but here's the thing. So let's break it down to the very bare essentials. Can children consent?
Can children consent? No, they can't. We agree.
So then why do you think it's excusable to exploit them after having them sign up for this film? If you admit they can't consent, how can they possibly give the okay to be shaking their ass and having a camera all up in their shit while they're doing sexual things, like that scene where she takes a picture of her vagina, the scene where they're doing literal, like, toying around with cam sites, like, that's very different. Like, no one is disputing the message, right? It's
a message. I agree with the intention of the movie. I don't think that those scenes are good. That's what we completely agree on. But I think that was an important movie to point out how many people get sucked into this world. I think that was needed. That movie was needed to be made. And I also don't think that movie encouraged pedophiles to go and cite and look at these girls. I think that they're more likely to go on TikTok and find girls that they're attracted to. I don't think that this really attracted people to these girls.
Well, it's not like I'm here arguing that this movie created pedophiles, right? But what it did is it delivered a film that they would watch for totally different reasons than the message. Again, the message isn't something that I or pretty much anyone has an issue with. The message is, like you mentioned, the social media poisoning them, making them do the sexual things, which is a problem. But this movie contributes to it since it still used real children to sexualize them, to showcase it. That's the issue. You didn't need it to be children.
I don't think it contributes to it, because when you see girls doing this on TikTok, they don't know.
I don't see girls doing it on TikTok, though, is the thing, right? The only people that would are going to be the pedophiles. They would go and search that out. This movie was advertised on Netflix.
No, that's not true. Every time, I don't have TikTok on my phone, but once in a while before I was banned, I would go on there, and the first 3 videos would be the same thing that you see on Cuties. And that's why I uninstalled the app. That's why I refuse to have it on my phone, because it's directing you to those images.
Which is a problem. I'm not disagreeing that's a problem. But that doesn't make this film...
We agree, but we just disagree that I think the movie was important to point out a flaw. Personally, I never empathized with girls being directed to that site before I saw that movie. That really made me understand what it's like to be a girl and grow up in that age.
I think we're getting... Yes, we agree that it is disgusting, but you are excusing it because you believe it highlights a very real issue, which it does. But it contributes to that issue by using children. They didn't have to use kids. You recognize that, right? They could have used...
they didn't have to use kids. But I also look at the director and I look at the moral of the movie, and I don't think that it was anything unsafe, and I don't think that the director had any bad intentions making it. So maybe it shouldn't have been as sexualized, but I defend the morality of the movie, and I also defend the effect that it had on me. When I watched that made me have a new perspective.
But do you see why that's kind of... Jesus, sorry, that was my cat. Do you see why that's kind of concerning to hear, though? Because in the time that I watched that film, there were unreal amounts of sexual scenes. In fact, the majority of the movie was them doing, like, the dance routines where they're smacking each other's ass, zoomed in on them shaking their ass in the camera. There's that scene where a security guard's like, "What are you girls doing here?" And they're like, "We're dancers." He's like, "Prove it." So they start twerking for him, and he's like, "Oh, great, get in here." Like, that is a problem, no matter how you spin it. Again, the message is fine. There was never anything wrong with the message, and maybe the intention of the director was...
How would you tell the director to convey the message in a different way?
You would just not use children. You could deliver the same message, and you don't use children. The problem is...
I don't think it would be effective. I don't think it would be as effective. It's unfortunate that it's misinterpreted, but you couldn't be able to have that effect and show how provocative and how dangerous it is without using kids. Yeah, of course, the shots probably did not need to be that bad, but when I watched that, I was absolutely disgusted. And like I said, it changed my perspective. And what I'm surprised about is that you are against wokeness, because everything that your content is about, it doesn't seem like you've ever directed any energy towards how dangerous wokeness can be. which is exactly what that movie's about. It's saying how important Islamic values are in the face of wokeness. It's about a Western African family, Islamic. They go to France, a completely woke country that's now being burned alive, and women are running around topless. Wokeness has consumed France, and it's pointing out a proper solution to this problem, which is embracing Islamic values.
Who was the director of the film? Do you know?
Her name is Maminou Doucouré. Maminou Doucouré, I think that's her name. She's a Western African woman, and she moved to France. So I imagine that she had a very similar experience, and she was trying to portray what it was like growing up.
So the message of the movie is about social media, and almost exclusively. She directed the film based on seeing some children in a neighborhood doing sexual dances and wondering, how did it get to that point? This isn't okay. So the movie was supposed to be about how does a child get to that point, and it's about how social media is poisoning them, and they're constantly comparing themselves. They're seeing these things, so they're putting on makeup and they're doing sexual shit, and they never really understand why or the consequences of it. It's not a critique on wokeness, though. Of course, anything in the art field you can derive your own meaning from. I recognize that almost everything you encounter in life you tie back to either cancellation or wokeness, but in this film in particular, this is a movie I really feel conflicts hard with your ideology. Under no circumstances should children be sexualized, is where I stand. Do you disagree?
Yes.
There's a lot of things in movies, like I don't agree with incest in Star Wars, but Star Wars has incest scenes. I don't agree with incest, but it's portrayed.
It's not real incest, though. This is real children being sexualized. It's not fake. These are 11...
I agree. But I'm defending the point of the movie.
You can defend the point of the movie but you can still condemn the movie itself. The point can stand on its own 2 feet, right? Like, there is a problem, which you recognize, with kids being sexualized, in specific on TikTok. That is a problem in and of itself. But you can still condemn this film for contributing to the thing it's supposed to speak out against, which is sexualizing children, which you have admitted it does. And it didn't need to, like you said. That is the problem.
Maybe they shouldn't have used child actors, but I agree with the point of the movie. But how do you think that the point could have been conveyed in a better way? You think they should they have used 18-year-olds to play 11-year-olds?
That's exactly what most movies have done for a long time. A quick example is The Last of Us using Bella Ramsey to portray a 14, 15-year-old. Like, you can do that, and that's a lot more acceptable because there is no longer a victim. Like you had said, children can't consent. These kids could never fully consent to being sexualized in this film like this on the big screen.
I would argue that when they use 30-year-olds and 27-year-olds,
she's like extremely young.
High schoolers, like in Euphoria.
God damn it! How do I end up doing that every time?
The film itself is not fine. It wanted to speak out against social media poisoning these children and having them do sexual things, and it's horrible. The film wanted to call that out and point a light at how horrible it is, but doing so, they used real 11 to 13-year-olds and actually sexualized them. Thus, it's a fucking horrible thing that they produced, and by my definition and many people's definition, is child porn. That shouldn't be defended by any means. Now, I wish Sneeko would be able to just separate the message from the film, because the message is fine. That is something that you can applaud, but not the film itself.
Follow the narrative that's popular on social media, but I don't see you ever directed at the problem. Do you agree that wokeness is one of the biggest problems that corrupts kids nowadays?
Define wokeness.
Wokeness is the liberal ideology, is feelings over facts. I identify this way because I feel like it is. There's no gender, nothing matters. I do as I want. Everything that's promoted on social media.
Do you realize half of what you just described is how you've lived your life for the last year? Like feelings over facts, for example. You champion bullying. You think bullying needs to come back. I have never canceled you. Can you recognize that? I've actually always spoke out against deplatforming, if you've ever noticed. I spoke out against it.
No, but you were also disingenuous. When I called out the Soy Boy collage, you were like, these people just hurt my feelings. Most of those people actively advocated for my cancellation.
Nick is not green is the only person.
True. That's not true. Ethan Klein celebrated and clapped when I was banned and said, good, finally this misogynist is banned. What happens on the internet, I understand. It's good to have back and forth. Bullying is good because it makes you have to develop your character in a different way. That's not why I was upset. I was upset because a lot of these people were secretly happy or secretly hoping that I was going to get banned because they disagree with my ideology.
But then why am I on that list when I've only ever spoke out against deplatforming? That seems like I'm there because I hurt your feelings.
You didn't hurt my feelings. I thought it was funny because you do look like the rest of them.
I don't understand how, but we're not here to get into the nitty-gritty, I guess. Now, after talking to Sneeko, it became clear that he really lives his life fearful of wokeness. He is constantly haunted by the woke boogeyman, like
they're everywhere
in Luigi's Mansion, but every ghost is woke. It's one of those things where every topic we started talking about always tied back to either cancellation or wokeness, which I think is pretty sad to be in that state of, I guess, unease, where he's always feeling as though woke is breathing down his neck. It's haunting his dreams like Freddy Krueger. But I'm going to get into that just a little bit more in a second. I do want to mention that collage where he's claiming it's not people that hurt his feelings, it's people that like advocated for his cancellation and shit, which again, I never did. I have only ever made fun of him and insulted him. Or made fun of one of his friends that he felt the need to pick up the you know, the White Knight's armor to defend the honor of. So I, under no circumstances, fit any of his definitions there, except for he thinks I look like the rest of the people there, which I have still not to this day seen a single living, breathing human being that has said there is similarity between anyone on that collage. Fucking 30 people on that collage, and there's no similarity amongst any of them. All types of different backgrounds, faces, hair, everything, beliefs. It's not even fucking close. I don't know what he's seeing there. Maybe he's like face blind, so he sees everyone as like a default RuneScape character on Tutorial Island. I don't know. But anyway, back to the woke topic.
Charlie's
I wanted him to define woke, and he gave me his definition of woke. To his credit, that was more than I would have expected, because last time I saw someone try to define woke, it was a fucking disaster. But he clearly does have at least some belief on what wokeness is and what it means to him. Now, he asked me if I think that's the biggest problem facing the youth today. And I didn't really get to get a clear answer in there because he kept switching kind of rapidly. My answer is no. But I do think the biggest problem that's plaguing the youth today is the fact that kids feel forced to choose sides so early in life, before their brain has even had a chance to develop. Now, whether you want to subscribe to one side of the political spectrum or the other, you are always being forced down one path in this level of tribalism where you always have to
how do I see my reoccurring fucking payments in this combat app?
I think that shit sucks fuck. I think that's a horrible way of living life, and it leads to a situation that we see a lot now where people aren't friends with someone that don't share every single thing in common. For example, I have friends that I disagree with on many things, but we're still friends at the end of the day because we do have commonality in like personality, and we have fun together. We don't need to agree on everything, and I wouldn't want that. I don't like echo chambers. And regardless of if you're on the woke side or the anti-woke side, you put yourself in an echo chamber no matter what. And both sides eat you alive if you so much as critique something about that side. It seems like it's constantly discouraged to think for yourself. You have to be fed your thoughts, whether that's being fed the thoughts that Sneeko hates or being fed the thoughts that Sneeko champions. It's always being fed your own idea, their ideas, and then you try and adopt them as your own, and any kind of deviation from that is frowned upon in the communities. And in fact, if you decide you don't want to go down either of those paths and you try and like take information from both sides and form your own perspective, you get insulted for being a centrist. What is the meme? Enlightened centrist? There is no winning. The only winning move is not to play. That is what I feel the biggest problem is for the youth, is forcing them to make these decisions where they have to play for one team or the other for their whole fucking life, and then regardless of which side you choose to go to, you still get eaten alive by members of the same community if you're somewhat out of line or thinking too hard for yourself. That's what I think the biggest problem is with growing up with social media and Twitter constantly plaguing people's minds, which in turn leads to everyone being miserable and mad at everything and everyone.
My chest's so red.
And I also think it lends itself to making everyone more isolated and lonely, because then they lock themselves online, constantly fighting battles for their ideology on Twitter with fucking random bot accounts and actual nonsense every hour of every day. So that would be my answer to what is actually plaguing the youth.
Similar. Overall, and you can see it with the Fresh and Fit video that you still haven't corrected, where you called Fresh a virgin. A lot of it, and you see people that hate me, they're like, oh, this alpha male this alpha male Sneeko, and I've never once called myself that. I don't think I'm an alpha male. I advocate towards things that are conservative. I advocate towards Islamic values. That doesn't mean that I think I am an alpha male.
I've never called you an alpha male. You're talking to someone.
You've called my friends that. You've called Fresh and Fit that, and you haven't.
They call them. You are really hung up on fighting for the honor of Fresh and Fit. What I did was exactly what you preach. I made fun of him. Calling him a virgin is a joke. Do I think he's actually a virgin? Probably not. And it's not even a good joke. Like, that's the laziest joke of all time. Which is why it wasn't like the crux of it. I just made it as a throwaway statement in the middle of a rant about his ridiculous story. This is something that clearly weighs heavy on the mind of Sneeko, where I insulted his friend, and my god, he has not let that go. This has become like his Vietnam, because it really seems to have taken a big toll on his psyche. He believes I owe a retraction and apology for making fun of him and calling out his story. And he says that I was wrong about all of it, even though, I'll play the clip in a moment, further into our conversation, he also admits he doesn't know if he actually fucked the 3 women that he claimed he did. Nobody knows. The story itself is outrageous. What they proved is he had DMs, like a conversation with the NBA player, but that doesn't corroborate the whole story. There is no apology or retraction necessary. It is still such a fucking crazy story he told that probably wouldn't even happen in the most obscure Brazzers porno ever.
Because you don't correct your mistakes. You were wrong about Fresh and Fit. You were wrong about Andrew Tate, and you were wrong about the movie Cuties.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you tied it back to Cuties, but before we get back to that, how am I feel like I'm one of the very few people on the internet who corrects himself. Whenever I make a mistake, I do go and make a clarification. For example, I got something wrong with a content creator holding a stand-up competition that was absolute dog shit, and then someone came there and made fun of him, and I didn't know the full context. Once I got the full context, I went back and made a follow-up video to explain it in more depth with more clarity. I always do that. With Fresh and Fit, you're really hung up on this idea that he fucked 3 women that night after meeting an NBA player at a bar, and they exchanged Instagram information, and it turns out they were Eskimo bros with the same girl's pussy. Like, it's an outrageous story. Now, whether or not it's true, you haven't proved it either. Were you there watching him fuck? Were you cheering him on?
He verified it. He showed the DMs with the basketball player. They did the whole podcast verifying the story.
The DMs...
For debit card, savings and transaction account payments, you can contact us or visit your nearest branch to get printed listing regular payments. I'm trying to cancel a reoccurring payment. It's not helpful. BPay tab. Fuck. Wrong one, even. Look at my DMs. I'm streaming, I don't get notifications. What the fuck, dude? Fans! Why does the Sherpa sound like you? I just put you a Sherpa. I thought it would make the clip more clear. No one it's not gonna know who Sleepy is. Fat views. I'm going to the app, dude. I'm going to the website. I don't know if I even read my NetBank shit, dude. Oh, it fills. Let's go. Good evening, Gabriel. It says. Now I'm lost again. Here we go. Scheduled transfers. I don't have any scheduled transfers. Scheduled B pay? No scheduled B pay. Oh, hang on. Cool. That's just the receipts. That's hilarious. I can't believe one of your mates saw that video. Small world. How does closing that close all of it?
Itself is not fine.
To see what I have to say. I've become a caricature on YouTube rather than somebody who has something to say. I've become a meme because I am banned. That's not victimizing. That's actively pointing out how strong censorship is and how people on mainstream platforms can run with the narrative when you're not there.
The way you just justified it is a way many other people that you call playing the victim would also be able to justify things. The point is, when you are constantly whining and talking about how you're being attacked, it is still being victimized. I tried to point a mirror at him to point out that a lot of the
good luck with that.
Criticizes others for is things that he actively does himself, and the one I focused on was victimization, because the way he justifies, playing the victim is justification people have used in the past that he calls out. So I was just trying to illustrate that it's not only hypocritical, but also just kind of silly that he, with all of his beliefs, still plays the victim and whines so much on Twitter. But that point wasn't really landing. We just kept kind of going in a circle about that one, so I don't want to focus on it too much here.
It's disingenuous, and now we're having the debate, but you would rather DM and go and make this about drama. Oh, let me go and react and do more drama content rather than have a conversation.
But I never did that.
You're doing it now.
But you have to remember that I didn't start any of this. You reacted to me telling jokes about your friend and then had your audience tell me, and that went on for like 2 weeks. And so eventually I explained why I don't like you. And then when I did that, that was the only time I planned on talking about you. You went on stream with your gun to threaten me, and you kept it up for 3 months, adding me to...
I didn't do that to threaten you. That was a joke about clips. You actually think I was threatening you.
Whether or not you were
victimized, you're gonna say victimized, and you're gonna say I'm actively trying to threaten you by saying a clips joke on a stream.
I don't think you were actually coming after my life. It doesn't change the fact that for 3 months you continued to carry it on. I wasn't reacting to you. I wasn't even talking about you.
The video's doing bad on YouTube, though.
I think he did see my side on. He likes to make the...
God damn it, every time. How does closing that window close my pop-out?
Not fun. Remember that I didn't start any of this. You reacted to me telling jokes about your friend and then had your audience tell me, and that went on for like 2 weeks. And so eventually I explained why I don't like you. And then when I did that, that was the only time I planned on talking about you. You went on stream with your gun to threaten me, and you kept it up for 3 months, adding me...
I didn't do that to threaten you. That was a joke about clips. You actually think I was threatening you.
Whether or not you were...
victimized, you're gonna say victimized, and you're gonna say I'm actively trying to threaten you by saying a clips joke on a stream.
I don't think you were actually coming after my life. It doesn't change the fact that for 3 months you continued to carry it on. I wasn't reacting to you. I wasn't even talking about you. This was a quick point that I think he did see my side on. He likes to make the claim that I was farming him for views and AdSense money, which couldn't be further from the truth. I never wanted to talk about Sneeko. I never had plans of doing it. He kept poking and prodding me until I did. And then, once I did, he wasn't happy that I was so mean in my response that for 3 months he did carry on this very one-sided beef until, once again, I decided to spit and play in the pig pen, and I made a tweet firing back at him after months of not even mentioning him. and then made a follow-up video, but it was never part of my agenda to do that. And I think after explaining it to him, he did see that he was really the instigator. And I am glad that he did have that, realization after our conversation, that he was willing to accept that. I think that is healthy, that he was open to seeing that, okay, maybe I was wrong and his intention wasn't drama AdSense farming.
What do you think that I've said that I don't believe in?
So we'll use our beef, for example. You think I'm weak for not taking you up on a boxing fight. But on the same side of that coin, you won't take Brandon Buckingham up on that boxing fight. The whole point was, I don't stand by my beliefs because I won't fight you for it. Well, with that perspective, why wouldn't you fight Brandon Buckingham when you feel so strongly about your beliefs and he says the same things I do? Wouldn't you want to prove
because
that you stand?
The first fight that I want to take would be against somebody, one, who has more clout than me, two, I disagree with ideologically. I don't disagree with him ideologically at all.
But he says the same things I say about you.
This person has been obsessed for a long time. He's suing me for emotional distress. Personally, I don't care about this person, and there's no benefit for me to take my first fight with this person.
So then
if
your beliefs.
Somebody I challenge.
So then
the reason I was banned on Twitter for challenging Hasanabi to a fight. One, because a lot of people want to see that. He's well known. He disagrees with me completely. There's a lot of tension for that fight. If I fought you, you have said a lot of things that are very negative about me. There's beef in the air. And you talk a lot about me, so things that you probably wouldn't say to my face. It would be an entertaining fight.
But that's not the point. The whole point is you think I am weak, and you keep harping on this for not taking you up on the fight. But you won't take someone up on a fight that's saying the exact same things I am. So it seems like the beliefs, you don't stand by that strongly if you're not confident you can make a spectacle.
Charlie, we both know you wouldn't accept the fight.
Right, I've made that very clear.
We both know. Even when I challenge you, we both know. It's to point out that a lot of people talk a lot of talk online, and they never have to face the consequences because they stay in their room gaming all day. That was to point it out. Men are tired of seeing this back and forth internet drama. They want to see people go and settle it. I've never said a word about this person that you're bringing up. I haven't said a word about him since last summer. I won't say his name publicly again. I'm being sued for emotional distress. I'm leaving that alone. I have no problem with this person. We have gone back and forth. We're going back and forth on Twitter. People want to see it. People are tired of these keyboard warriors going back and forth. That was to point out the fact that men should not feel so comfortable talking a lot of talk on Twitter that they would never say in person.
You made claims of Brandon Buckingham being like a rapist and shit. Wouldn't that be something that you'd want to fight about at that point?
That was not a claim that I made. That was not a claim that I made.
I can't remember the specifics of it, but you did toss out the word rapist when talking about Brandon Buckingham. I don't remember the context it was used in, but you did mention it, right? So why is all of a sudden that now beneath you? Like, you don't have any problems with him now after he's willing to fight. The point is, you're talking about, you say these things and you don't have consequences. Well, what about you? You said these things. He's trying to give you those consequences that you think are so important, and you won't take him up on it. There is a clear hypocrisy.
That was a different example. The guy was a previous fan. It's a giant misunderstanding. There's a lawsuit involved, so I can't talk about this too much, but that is not what I accused him of. I do not think he is that word. I never said that about him, and that's a lie. He wants to do it because there's an obsession going on, but that's irrelevant.
Well, it's all tying back into the point I'm making, where the things that you preach against, you yourself embody. I'm not trying to use this as a gotcha moment, but I do think it's important to illustrate here that Sneeko is still denying this claim, even though there's tons and tons of video evidence where he does say that Brandon Buckingham was threatening to rape someone. He says it multiple times, and that's what the lawsuit was about, but it doesn't prevent Sneeko from fighting Brandon Buckingham if he was, open to it for defending the beliefs and stuff, which is the point I was trying to make.
I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend. Literally said that. And he said, I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend, bro.
This dude said he is going to R-word my girlfriend.
Bro, nothing warrants saying I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend. Saying you're gonna R-word my girlfriend?
You said that?
Yes. Word for word. I'm going to R-word your girlfriend.
Okay, talking shit.
It sounds so cringe that say
someone said
R-word.
they're going to rape someone is insinuating they are a rapist for making the threat. So this is just a point that I think he was way off the mark on, because he did make these accusations against Brandon Buckingham.
Your energy, $50 on a course from vetted millionaires, or watching a gaming streamer for 6 hours every night.
Well, He didn't use the course to get rich. He's getting rich from the course, the same way that the course that you're selling is not like your main way that you made money. You are making money from that course now, as opposed to what the course is teaching. But again, this is getting completely sidetracked.
That's just not true. That's not my main source of income. I enjoy doing it, and it's a great way to have a network. And you talk about all the lonely men that are out there. What are you doing to go and help these people? We understand that there's a problem.
Parker ain't back yet.
People get in there, they ask me questions about how do I network better? How do I find people who are like-minded? You give them advice, and you can see them transform their life. I'm curious as to what you think is a better alternative, because you stream gaming for 6 hours. Is that a better solution to men who are lonely watching you play video games, or giving advice to men who don't know?
He's made you look a right knob.
Yeah.
Me over here.
Yep.
He's in. You need people like him a little bit.
I can't play it back up.
Oh my! He jumped away. Are you dead?
Yeah.
Fuck this so bad. What the fuck, dude? He jumped off. Must have fucked his legs up. These shots here.
Awesome, man.
Oh my god, I died. I've missed so many shots. I'm so bad. Not wrong. Like,
Oh, dear. I keep thinking.
It's a 2-minute video. I'm like, by the way. From. Are they in the corridor, maybe? Oh, impact nade fail. I'll make that into something. Oh, my back. A tutti rende median.
Oh, dear. I keep thinking about upgrading my computer. I dream about it.
Dream about it. Like, I need to get a job, earn some money to upgrade my computer. I need a computer that can edit videos and shit well.
Yeah.
It uses. I don't know what it uses up, but it uses up a lot of.
Oh, dear. I keep thinking about upgrading my computer. I dream about it. Upgrading my computer. I keep thinking about I keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
I think I might. Right, talk so fucking quick. Like, I need to get a job, earn some money to upgrade my computer. I need a computer that can edit videos and shit well.
Yeah.
It uses I don't know what it uses up, but it uses up a lot of something when you're fucking editing videos, man. Holy fuck. Uses up a lot of something. Like heaps of shit to it. There's like heaps of shit going on in the fucking video. And like certain effects and shit, it just fucking tanks your PC, dude. I got swearing so much. Jesus. Like fancy looking effects, like weird visual effects. It's just like blah, blah, blah. And everything's so slow. There's like a lag in the fucking timeline as you're editing. It's so frustrating. Holy shit.
You need a supercomputer.
I need Deep Blue.
What's that?
That's the computer that like got taught to play chess.
Okay.
Oh, that banter. Okay. Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. Speed this one up. And so it's not too jarring. Speed these ones up, but a little bit less. So it kind of flows into it a little bit. Let's be 150. So it it's like doesn't just go from 100 times speed. Wait. Regular speed to double speed. It goes regular speed, bit faster, double speed, and then slows back down again. We're gonna roll. Go other way, other way. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. Really has some like chill hop playing.
What's up, Chillville? Spring is springing and the birds are singing. Now we all need to change the scenery every now and then, right? Well, word around town is...
Why the fuck is there so much talking at chill hop? Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. What the fuck was that? From? At the end of the corridor, maybe? I blew myself up. My stuff, I'm just down there. I didn't click and hold, I just clicked and it immediately blew up. My stuff, I'm just down there. Well. There's a crop. And onto here. Nice. Also nice at the edge feather. I blew myself up. What's that noise he makes? I blew myself up. That noise.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Covering?
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Oh my god, where's spawn? Oh my god, where's Oh my god, where's spawn? Oh my god, where's spawn? Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me? Are you next to me? Are you next to me? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun. Dropping your gun and shit? Dropping your gun and shit? Gun and shit? Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? Covering? We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. We gotta roll. Roll. Go other way, other way. Go other way, other way. Go other way, 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 other way. Go other way, other way. Let's find these fucks, dude. Let's find these fucks. Let's find these fucks, dude. Let's find these fucks, dude. Impact. Let's find these fucks, dude. I even fuck with sometimes my fucked up speech. These fucks, dude. Impact. Impact. Fucks, dude. Impact. Fucks, dude. These fucks, dude. Let's find these fucks, dude. Impact. Move this to the side. Eight, 5, 6. Let's find these fucks, dude. Impact. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? That? From. 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 Into the corridor, maybe? Into the corridor, maybe? Corridor, maybe? I blew myself up. Actually, what I call it. Quality clip, though.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Keep thinking about thinking about upgrading. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Keep thinking about Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Give me them swooshes, boy. You're getting real close.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Keep thinking. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. About it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Making bad content.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Making bad content. Whoa. Old man. Old man. Older. Look at my scav one. This person, this is Tom, yeah. Mostly pictures of Tom in there. Because I was making these images like where Metal Gear Solid people. The most scabby I can get both of us. Look how scav I am in this picture, dude. So scav. Beans. Now we need to go grab a crop. We need to fucking whack the crop on here. We need to cut basically all of me out. 75. And then 1, 1, 1, 5 blur. Nope. 10 blur edges a little bit.
Are you thinking about upgrading? Are you thinking about upgrading?
I did move that a little bit.
Upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Oh, the fuck? It's still all fucked up. The crop has not worked properly. Bottom 20%? 24%? I can't really tell. We're getting closer. About right? And then left 5%? No. 4%? No. 3%? Top 10%? 12%? 14%? Beautiful. And then we'll just make it across the whole thing. And we'll just cut out the bits where he's speaking.
Are you thinking about upgrading my computer? Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? I didn't bother putting his face there. Are you next to me? It says yep.
Yep.
Probably not. Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. Let's find these fucks, dude. It actually looks like good though. What the fuck was that? Those images? I'm surprised I got them to look so good when I was using some dog shit program from. Into the corridor, maybe? I talk so quickly. The corridor, maybe? I've got to make that last a second longer. I'm only going to read it. I blew myself up. Now, where's a good spot for Tom?
Thinking about upgrading.
Okay, on 92. Apply it to all of them. And then copy the position onto all of them. He only speaks 3 times in the whole video. So I want from you game is hard.
Are you thinking about upgrading my computer? Dream about it. Are you thinking about upgrading my computer? Dream about it. Computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? The moan at the end. Where the fuck did that shit go? Hello? Graphic? Effects. Presets. Pop-ins. Main. Boom. 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 Tom sub color. Boom. Hopefully it shows up on here. God, fucking... I didn't change my settings. I actually can't see shit when I'm playing Factory. Like, it just looks awful. It looks fine in fucking here, but then when I upload it, it looks so bad.
About upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, worse.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Dream about it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Keep thinking about upgrading. Thinking about upgrading my computer.
Why don't I choose it? Why can I do this? Give myself more fucking work for no reason. So why am I even working this video? It's pointless and bad.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Keep thinking about upgrading my. Keep thinking about. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Thinking about upgrading my computer.
Looks kind of bad. Huh?
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it. Dream about it.
Looks a little bad.
Dream about it.
Oh my. Oh my god, where's Spawn? Oh my god, where's Spawn? Are you next to me? Oh my god, where's Spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's Spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun. No Tom face in the surround.
Yep.
Why is it not centered? It takes it like slightly off center. It's gonna fucking tilt someone.
Yep.
Dropping.
Yep. Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit. Covering. We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. What's that bit? What is this bit here? What's fucking like that? That won't happen in my... Could I change his font to fit the thing?
Thinking about upgrading my computer. Drink. Dream about it. Thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, worst spawn. Are you next to me? He's got different font.
Yep.
It's kind of weird. On your gun and shit? Covering? I'll delete the poop. Covering? We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. Need any scaling from you? I want you to stay the same size, thank you. You're 100 as well? Fucking better be. Right. Opacity. Opacity. 0. Boop. 0. Boop. Opacity. Fuck's opacity happening over here? Boop.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, worst spawn. Oh my god, worst spawn. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my god.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? Covering? It's gonna be fucking how off-putting if this isn't a different font. Next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit?
Yep. Yep.
Maybe a scale thing as well.
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. What the fuck was that? From? I'm such a fucking sped. I blew myself up. How the fuck still synchronized?
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. 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 Beamo, c'ho this. find these fucks to it. Impact. Fucks to it. Impact. 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 Oops. Let's find these fucks to it. Let's find these. There's 3, look. Let's find these fucks. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. One, 2, 3 frames. Let's find these fucks. Let's find these. Maybe one. It's just 2 frames. Maybe think of 3 again. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. 1, 2, 3. 1. So test me. Premiere Pro. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck was that? From. Position. Extend it out a little bit. From. Delete the thing. That's from. Yeah, from this side. What was that? From. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Into the corridor, maybe? I blew myself up. So dumb.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
What happened to the dream? I've dreamed about it. I got rid of it somehow.
Dream about it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. 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 Dream about it. Dream about it.
Oh my god, where's spawn? We've bothered manually adding this shit in, but let's just do it. Scale 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Scale 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Where's spawn? 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun. 1, 2, 3.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, worst spawn. Are you next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Dropping your gun and shit? One, 2, 3. Make it a little smaller jump. 1, 2, 3. Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Covering? Where's that wrong? Covering? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We gotta roll. Go out of the way. Look how I'm doing my subtitles for my roll. Pointless talking. Go out of the way. Other way. 1, 2, 3. Nice. My launcher's down. 1, 2, 3. That's bad timing. We get fucked by mosquitoes. Jesus. Away. Oops. We gotta roll. Go out of the way. Other way. Got a little wiggle. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact. What the fuck was that? From? At the end of the corridor, maybe? So loud. Holy fuck. So dumb. I blew myself up. I blew my... What's that fucked up scream? Turn it down before I even listen to it, hey? Fuck, it's gonna be funny to have that there. I blew my... I blew myself... I blew myself... Is it just funny with that? I blew myself. I blew myself up. I blew myself up.
Keep thinking about upgrading.
Floor beams.
Oh my god, where's spawn?
About it. Keep thinking about upgrading my computer.
Floor beams.
I don't have to see how big it is or anything.
Floor beams.
Keep thinking.
Floor beams. 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 Floor. Floor beam. Floor beam. Floor beam. Floor beam. Floor beam. Floor beams. Floor beams. Floor beams. Floor beam. Floor beams. Floor beams. Floor beams.
Do some begging. Yeah. Do two tilted. I hate that.
Beans. Floor beans. Floor beans. Floor beans. Floor beans. Floor beans.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
Oh my god, worst spawn. Next to me?
Yep.
Dropping your gun and shit? Covering? We gotta roll. Go other way, other way. I have no idea what to call this video. Let's find these fucks to it. Impact! Impact! What the fuck was that? Why are you shouting like that from? At the end of the corridor, maybe? I blew myself up.
Floor beans.
I blew myself up. So frustrated. Dude, my fucking, I'm sweating a little bit. My underarms are itching. Itching, I tell you. Itching! I'll go hang my laundry up. I'm gonna play some games. Upload the shit while I wait. Floor beans. Floor beans.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go up first here, because odds are there'll be like 2 or 3 scabs up here.
Just throw this one up here as well. Put it on TikTok, even though it's not the right size. I don't give a fuck.
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer. Dream about it.
How long's that video?
Keep thinking about upgrading my computer.
I'm at 40. I can make it into a short as well.
Not fine. It wanted to speak out against social media, poisoning these children and it's going to change your whole brain chemistry, and it will help improve the way you're looking at the world. So that's one of the big things I talk about, is even if you're 100% comfortable with your body, there is no reason not to at least try to make these kind of differences and change your perspective on things. Like, it doesn't even have to be a body issue. It helps your mind overall. I am always against people paying for advice from so-called gurus and professionals because you don't need it. The beauty of the internet is it is an unlimited repository of all of the human knowledge, just this compendium of every piece of information for every subject you could want. And you can access it for free. Under no circumstances do I ever advocate for someone paying up to $50 a month for advice they can freely find right now, even if it doesn't come with a built-in...
gamers always have the argument, but then they never talk about how college is a waste of time and that people go into $50,000 to $100,000 in debt from people who aren't vetted millionaires. If you could pay $50 and talk to a vetted millionaire who has made money online in a way that they don't teach in school, $50 is a steal. People get really upset about this because you're paying somebody directly and you know who you're spending the money on. You don't get upset about college because you don't know the principal, you don't know the headmaster, you don't know the donors. They're nameless people behind a university. So the point of the network is collection of information concentrated in one place, and also a network of people that you can find. Right here, I'm in Japan traveling with somebody.
Bro, I have fucking no money.
Creativity kit. That is something that is valuable and that you will only find by paying $50, which is not a huge price.
That is a big price, but also, do you see what just happened there? You went in...
$50 is a huge price. That's the same price as your merch that you're using to advertise on this drama. Would you rather your audience pay $50 for a t-shirt from a gamer, or they meet somebody that they can go start a business with?
That merch isn't $50 for a t-shirt, but regardless, what I want you to recognize is what happened there. I was talking...
That's meant to be $1 million.
Okay. It's still not, but...
24.
What just happened there is I was talking about something, and you went into PR speak and salesman mode to talk about your course, and you attributed something to me that I actually talk against. I actually have spoken many times about why college just isn't right for everybody. It's not.
Speed's worth 10 to 12 mil.
I think college provides an invaluable social experience where for the first time in your life you're on your own, so you learn how to fend for yourself, you learn how to interact with roommates, strangers, so you get social skills, but college is not going to be a great fit for everyone, especially when it comes to certain academia positions, especially like in some art fields. I actually...
God damn it.
Speak out against social... My main thing is just making entertaining shit. So maybe that's a core misunderstanding here, because he clearly didn't really know much about me. Whereas I do know a lot about him since he is so open with everything. He wears his fucking heart on his sleeve. And I just disagree with a lot of it. But a big difference is I don't hate people that I disagree with on things. In fact, there is nobody in the world, not even my best friends, that I agree with on every issue every time and see eye to eye on everything. I don't like that anyway. I wouldn't want to have someone I agree with on everything. I think it's important to have different perspectives and different opinions. It's how you grow and it's how you learn as well. So I don't get mad when people disagree with me or have different things that I don't agree with. That doesn't piss me off. But for Sneeko, it clearly has, and he really didn't even know anything about me to begin with here until after our conversation. Now, I know I'm cutting up our conversation quite a bit here, but I'm just trying to focus on like the big chunk topics that we tackled. One of them that we did touch on quite a bit and got pretty passionate about is gaming. And like Sneeko firmly believes that people that are gaming or watching sports are wasting their time. Completely valueless. Entertainment like that has no value whatsoever. And I kept trying to point out that there's nothing wrong with entertainment, like watching sports, watching movies, watching streams, playing games. All that's fine.
Locks AU.
But Sneeko only views it through one lens, which is excess, obsession, addiction, where all they do is watch sports, play games, do this and that. And then, of course, it is very detrimental, and it is bad for overall health. I'm not going to bother showing clips from that because that one just really went in circles. I think there's just a fundamental disagreement there where Sneeko believes anything that's entertainment-driven is just not worth it, and time could always be spent better doing anything else. But then he puts his content on a pedestal that's an exception to his rule where, no, this content that I make is the one that's valuable. Everything else is worthless. This is the value. This, 4 hours, 5 hours of Rumble streaming and whatever's going on over there, that's a good use of time, and all the other streams like gaming and all that's terrible. So that got really muddy and messy, and there wasn't really any way we met somewhere and like had a perspective that made sense to each other, because his stream is just as much guilty of being a waste of time by his definition as my stream playing a game. It's still a form of entertainment and escapism, no matter how you spin it. I don't see how your message is somehow bolstered by spamming slurs, for example. Like during that stream with the gun. I couldn't listen to you because you kept saying slurs. How is that necessarily helping make people happy or positive in any way, shape, or form? What is
same shit? Oh my god, these conversations are so fucking painful.
Because it's not humor.
Obviously, everything is just entertainment. Holy fuck, can people chill out?
It's literally just spamming slurs because you were mad at me.
It is, the reason that it's funny is because I'm on
a platform
that has free speech, and you're not bound by wokeness where you can't say certain words and you're labeled racist or homophobic or transphobic, where you can say things even if you don't mean them, because we're not trapped with words.
But why say something you don't? Why say something you don't mean though? What does that do? Wouldn't that
it's kind of racist, right? Even
like faking it.
That's not a word. A word doesn't encourage. A word doesn't encompass a whole belief system.
That being slurred is funny. It's kind of racist, right?
Faggot is funny. That was the funniest thing you said this whole debate.
How is that? I don't.
You're laughing now. See?
Well, that's because it's just an outrageous claim. Yeah, it's like exactly. Talking to a child. Well, no, like
my point. It's outrageous. It's funny.
Your defense of it.
This is the first time we laughed this whole time.
First time go smile and shit.
This is
the one little word.
Yes, because it's such a silly defense of it. It's like a child who hears fuck for the first time and he's like, "Woohoo, daddy said fuck." Like things started to go a little goofy mode here, a little wacko style. So the slurs is something I've mentioned. I couldn't watch him on stream because he just kept saying the F slur. And my point here was, why? It doesn't really accomplish anything for his goals or anything like that. He's just spamming slurs, which makes it sound like he's just mad at me and trying to choose the worst words he can think of. Now, looking back on it, I do regret not pushing a bit more on this point because there was a lot I wanted to say on it, but I just got so thrown off and blown away by his explanation of all of it that I totally forgot to expand. Because he really only says the F slur, the homophobic slur. And he says it doesn't encompass a whole belief system. Okay, well then why is it only that slur? I don't think I've ever heard him start spamming the N-word, hard R, or anything like that. And he's very open about how much he appreciates the Islamic faith. I've never heard him use any slurs against Muslims or anything like that. So if you feel so strongly that words don't necessarily indicate your actual beliefs, then why aren't you using more slurs? Why don't you drop more racist slurs during your stream? Why is the only one you use the F slur? If this is really how you feel about those words, then why aren't you using all of the other slurs? If they don't mean anything, and you feel so comfortable with Rumble allowing you to use the F slur so loosey-goosey, why is it only that one? Why not every slur? I'm just curious if there's like a tier list of slurs for you. I would have liked to ask more on that, but I guess I'll do it now in post. Which it seems like you can recognize.
Do you believe that Andrew and Tristan Tate are innocent?
That I don't know. They could be, and I've said that from the start.
You don't have a belief on that?
Well, because I don't have the evidence. They've been charged twice with the human trafficking, but none of the evidence is public.
You didn't look at all the victims and their allegations and how everything was exposed on WhatsApp, how they plan to make a Netflix movie out of this. All of that was online. I think.
But then,
if you cover current events, this is something you jump onto the pizza box, but you don't take the time to go and look at all the evidence that was debunked.
That's not true, though, because
like, why do you spend the narrative laughing at somebody falsely in prison, but you can't go and just look at a couple screenshots and see that as garbage? You're laughing at the pizza box putting 2 people in jail because of what you saw on Twitter. When I say the word faggot or I say a slur, it's just a funny word to say. There's no consequences for that. Nobody goes to jail falsely.
I have looked at the evidence from both sides. I always do. I don't just go to these tribes and just assume everything on my side is right and everything on that side is wrong. I take information from all angles in order to find where I personally sit on this perspective, on this situation. So, for the Tate brothers, being charged twice with human trafficking, while there is some shady shit from the victims, there is still real merit to some of the things that people were talking about, such as something you talked about as well. The taking of the passports from some of the women and getting there under the guise that they would be able to date them. Those are very odd, very peculiar things. So it's not like it's just, all of that's wrong and we have to disregard all of it because this is here. There is, on both sides here, evidence that makes it a very complicated case, which is why it's gone on for so long, right? It's not one where I know the answer. They could be innocent, they could be guilty. I do think it's weird they've now been charged twice. There is some very odd things there, because that's not exactly a light thing to come after someone for. And there is things that you have talked about.
Do you think that it's wrong that people can go to jail for 4 months without any evidence or charges?
And even outside of the Tates, I have said that in this country, where you can go to jail on suspicion of things without ever being charged. It's a problem. Yes, it is a problem.
Okay. I didn't see that video. I saw the video laughing about the pizza box putting him in jail. Did you make a video about that?
Yes, and I talked. Well, it's in that video where I say I don't know if he's guilty. I don't like if there's real victims here. Like, I would never celebrate someone being a human trafficker because there's victims. I wouldn't celebrate him being a human trafficker. That means there are real victims there. Even though I disagree with like his Hustlers University and a lot of the dumb shit he says, I wouldn't want him to be a human trafficker. That means there are real victims being in terrible situations. I did say that, and I don't know if he's guilty. I don't know if he's innocent. Nobody does right now, except for them and whatever's going on in Romania. The joking about a pizza box is things I make about anything that has craziness around it, like the Gwyneth Paltrow trial. There's so much silliness there that I talk about, but at the end of the day, I don't know who's innocent or guilty. I'm joking about the goofiness of things that have come up, right?
I gotta get going.
Now, he mentioned Andrew Tate, and this is another thing. Andrew Tate is very clearly an important figure in Sneako's life. And I made 2 videos covering Andrew Tate. One of them joking about Hustlers University and just a lot of the silly things that he's done, and the other when he got arrested. So, let's talk about that. I have always maintained that Andrew Tate is a very entertaining clown most of the time, but much like a lot of personalities online, especially ones that sell courses, he has to sprinkle in very agreeable things with some of his rants. So he has good things that he actually will say, especially in terms of like men and their loneliness, and how working out is extremely beneficial to helping with mentality and just general overall mood and well-being. So he does say agreeable things that I've always said he has done a decent job of with those certain topics. But on the whole, most of the things he says are just outrageous nonsense about like how he doesn't watch Star Wars and that's why he gets pussy and has expensive cars, or why books are stupid. Like, there's a lot of silliness there, and Hustlers University, I have always maintained, is completely exploitative of desperate men. So yes, I have made jokes about Andrew Tate. I am not their biggest fan. Now, when I did cover the arrest, I did mention the pizza box theory. At the time, that was reported by multiple outlets as a very real possibility that led to his arrest. So at the time I did report on it, I did say it seems, talking about like this being the speculation as to why they finally pursued him now. But yes, I do understand that that was heavily disputed after